I think the Heart of Gold Award is important for Fort Worth because these individuals in this town have carried the arts for decades. They wanted it here in our backyard. They wanted the arts here. And I think it's important to acknowledge people who have done that, who've given not only of their money, but of their time, their energy. They've really put their life into all the artistic world that we enjoy here in Fort Worth, Texas.
We gathered a panel of experts around us, people who knew patrons and activities in the performing arts and visual arts world of Tarrant County, and received many wonderful nominations. But as soon as we saw Louise Carvey and Val Wilkie's names in the lineup, we knew that we had our winners well in hand. Both of these individuals not only have given generously with resources, but of their time and expertise. You never went to see Val Wilkie that you didn't get a good counseling session and some tips on how to better execute your project or program. Louise has been involved in a variety of philanthropic efforts around the community. I first met her years ago when she was involved with the United Community Center. So her interest and generosity and participation have spanned the gamut of worthy causes. But certainly her love for and attendance at arts events made her an excellent candidate for this award.
Val Wilkie is truly passionate about education and arts and how those two important parts of our life of a community come together to enrich the lives of young people. There's so many examples of the work that he's done here in the community that bring those two great loves of his together. Performing Arts Fort Worth is an example where the Bass Hall conducts those programs and brings public school children in to experience the magnificence of the Bass Hall and the music that they provide to the students there. The Imagination Celebration, another example of an organization that Val worked with from its very beginning, that brought young people into the world of music and culture and enriched their lives.
Louise is the heart of the Fort Worth Opera. She's not only one of our biggest contributors, but she participates with everything that she has, from going to the opera to meetings and just being a part of our lives. She's family.
Both Louise and Val have gone above and beyond their own personal generosity as far as their giving of their resources or the resources they represent. And they both have been wonderful mentors to those of us who have volunteered in the arts community and have been great spokesmen for the quality of life that we enjoy in the community, in part because of what we have in the way of arts, performances, and the museum.
I can't think of anybody more deserving of the first Heart of Gold Award in Fort Worth than Val Wilkie. Working as the executive director of the Sid Richardson Foundation, working in partnership with the members of the board of directors who are so passionate about arts in our community. Val has really done more than anybody I can imagine to shape the arts across the whole community. And he has done such a great job of helping the arts in our community become part of the educational experience of the youth in our community. And it's not just the stewardship of the resources of the Richardson Foundation that he has used to make such a difference in our community, but his wisdom and his judgment. You can talk to people all over town, and they're certainly thankful for the resources from the Sid Richardson Foundation. But they'll also very quickly tell you how much they appreciate the wisdom and advice. And I can think of a couple of examples of performing arts organizations whose ox was in a ditch. And the wisdom and the judgment and the counsel of Val Wilkie helped get them back on their feet and has them performing the mission that they were committed to. But without Val's advice and his counsel and his encouragement and support, they wouldn't be here today.
Louise Carvey came to us a few years ago and she said, one of these days all of us who are helping financially are going to be gone. And I want to right now establish an endowment. We need to get together to have an endowment. And usually when someone says that, it's like, oh yes, we should do that, and we should go start doing that. She picked up the telephone and called John Forrester and said, I want you to head the committee, and I want you to do this. And so she just put steps in motion with the staff, of course, but she is a doer. she's extremely proactive in her support. And so we now have an endowment because Louise just made sure that we had it.
Join us as we recognize this year's Heart of Gold recipients.